Vroom, 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 vroom. Honk, honk. Get in, losers. We're going struggling. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another Ride Struggle But Square. Every wheel is an empty triangle, and welcome to our continuation of the Countdown to Congress. So, as of recording of this video, there's only 4.5 weeks left. By the time you guys see this video, it's probably only going to be 4 weeks left. And interestingly enough, timing-wise, the NAOL just started this week, and so we've got 5 games there, and that pretty much takes us right to Congress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the games. I haven't done that in a while, and so I'm going to play. I'm going to do commentary while I play, and see if we can get some good games there. But that's probably going to be it for the next 5 weeks or so, or are going to be these videos. With that said, July is exceptionally busy for me, so it might be a little tough. But I will do my best to get these videos to you guys. Anyway, so enough babbling from me. So I'm playing against a player who I'm pretty sure I've played twice, and he's beaten me both times. So hopefully I can give him a run for his money this time. But we'll see how it goes. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. Really don't care if I win or lose. I just want to play well. I want to kind of focus, get used to playing serious games again, so that we can lead into Congress and play some good Go there. So anyway, let's go jump into this game and see how it goes.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
Okay, let's go. So we are white. Typically, I do a 4-4 with a 3-4 facing, so we'll see what our opponent does on this fine evening. So we will go this way. We've got double 3-4s. I'm expecting some kind of extension over on the left-hand side. That makes sense. And often I'll want to jump into reduce what's going on over here, stopping black from getting an easy extension here. We could also just extend on the bottom side, but I think I'm just going to go approach the 3-4 stone. I like breaking up moyos before they form, but if you wanted to do something on the bottom, that's obviously totally acceptable. So we get the far and high pincer. We could jump out, we could Tenuki, we can attach. I think I am just going to attach here. I expect our friend will play S17, at which point I will extend to Q17, and we can look at jumping out. We can look at making a simple base with N17, expecting him to play S15, so that is all above board there. And so we can jump out, and maybe that is better than just taking something like this. It moves in a more active direction. So let's look at running out this way. We could look at the knight's move to cramp black a little. I think R14 is also playable, but that seems a little hectic if black takes this cut. I'm not too familiar with that variation. But I think we can handle the knight's move well enough. So we will go play this. It'll keep this group nice and low. I don't think the cut is too much to worry about. We can always slide in at N17 to make a base. So black pushes out. We will extend, just get some strength here, and I think we can probably consider the jump here. I just need to do some reading on the cut. Yeah, I think we are in a fine enough position to jump, and so that is what we will do here. Since we have the liberty at R14, I don't think we're going to have a shortage of liberties on the Q14 group if black looks to push and cut. But black is going to push and cut, so we are obligated to block here, and I'm pretty sure black is obligated to cut if black was going to play that move. So let's see what our friend follows it up with. Okay, so black pushes in, obviously eyeing this cut. If we don't do anything, black can take the cut, which will kill these 2 stones. So we want to fix this cut somehow. But he's also eyeing at the cut here. So I am considering just extending, which will cover this cut for now, and give us more liberties. So if black tries to cut, it'll be a tougher proposition. So let's go play this extension. Uh, Again, I think it protects this a little less efficiently than I'd like, but I think it protects this more efficiently. And so black cuts here. That's looking to capture this stone because if we connect, black can extend, which will kill these two stones. And if we do something like Atari here, which I think is what I'm going to play, when black Ataris, we capture, black gets this in a ladder. But honestly, I think that's just an okay exchange. Black might have gotten a little more out of this, but we'll end up getting this in Sente, and so that's not too bad. So black gets a little more locally, but keep in mind black started off with a stone here, right? We approached a black stone, and so we approached them, and we are getting Sente out of it. So it should be expected that black might get a better local result here. I think I'm just going to capture. I don't like leaving the Aji with this stone, so we're just going to capture right now, which leaves our group nice and strong. Black will likely go capture this stone, but that's again, I don't think that's too big of a deal, honestly. Again, we get an Incente, so we can follow up with a move over here. I almost wonder if it's worth taking this Atari now, or if that's not even Sente, because it might not be Sente, right? If we take this Atari and then black plays away and we capture, black can just descend. So I don't think this is Sente. It'll be big later in the game, but not right now, because I think black can Tenuki this, right? If we play here and black plays away and we capture, black can just descend. If we descend, black gets the Atari. So I think we're probably going to go and do something off of this corner. Just trying to figure out what extension I like. I think I'll just do the large knights. Often I like playing 04 here, but that kind of looks to develop in this direction. So okay, I don't think that's necessarily Sente. We can give these two stones up. That's what black's aiming for here, but that doesn't seem like too huge of a deal to me if black wants to invest another stone to go capture those. And I think this is the type of move we don't want to be Sente for our opponents. So let's just go and close the other corner. And if black wants to follow this up, I think that is more than reasonable for us and potentially for black. This is one of those situations that's a little tricky to judge if Tenukiing was the right idea here. Part of that is if black Ataris or cuts rather, we get to Atari and then drive down, and then we're able to break in here pretty well. Okay, so black looks to break the bottom up, but there really wasn't too much potential here. If we're looking at potential on the board, there's a lot up here, and so I wonder if now is the time to consider a move like J17 or J16. Yeah, I think the biggest potential on the board right now is this upper left area. So I think we're probably going to look at something like J16, see if we can get some strength here to maybe go reduce this more effectively. But these two stones, they don't really have a base yet. And then again, if black looks to cut, we can drive down, which will make these drones weaker. So by virtue of playing here, black's really not going to want to take that cut. So I think this is an okay move to play here. Again, I don't think this move is Sente. Black can extend in either direction, and so we'll just respond appropriately if that happens. Eventually it'll be big enough to do something about. But it's a third line stone. Black really can't develop off of a third line stone. We have a third line stone over here that we can't really develop off of. We have a fourth line stone that we can. So if I come back, a move like F3 or E3 will be pretty. I think we'll be okay. Okay, so black is jumping out. I wonder if we can just attach to this stone and go make a base here. Okay, so black jumps out. I think that means we should probably look to potentially get a base here. I don't think we want to do a running fight, though we can. This group is strong enough, so we could consider that. I just don't know what we necessarily get out of a running fight. If we play here and white jump, or black jumps rather, I wonder then if P11 becomes big enough to play, because if black tries to surround, we could then attach it to the D17 stone. So maybe I want to take one jump, and then if black jumps, go take this Atari, and then we can look at this, and if black takes that away, we can continue jumping out. So yeah, so let's jump out one time. I kind of changed my mind there. I thought that I was going to attach to E17, but I'm going to play this. If black looks to jump, I'm going to Atari first, I think, and then play E17. But maybe my mind will change once there's a stone on the board. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, yeah. Now that this stone is here, I think I do like this. I think there's enough room that these two stones won't get into too much trouble. So let's go take this. I think it would be a pretty powerful move for black to get that on this board. So I think blocking that is worth it right now. And then I'm going to strongly consider playing a move like E17. Just go attach to a strong stone and try to leverage off that to try to get a base here. So let's see what this turns into. Okay, so black does Hane on top. We will extend. And then if black pushes, I wonder... Okay, so black peeps. I think we are obligated to connect here. I wonder if the Atari is worth... I don't think we want to get into a co-situation. So let's just connect. This is fine. That was, that's a free move for black, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. It doesn't change... I don't think it changes the dynamics on this board too much. We've got half an eye here. This still isn't quite an eye, though black can't play here, and it'll be pretty easy to get a second eye. And so now black's looking to surround. But I don't think I'm too concerned there. I don't think I'm too concerned. We can look at the peep here. We can play here. We've got lots of ways to get two eyes. Black did not respond to this, so let's go take the corner away from black. I think this is bigger, and I think we'll be okay to get two eyes here, just because of the weaknesses in black's shape here. So this is fine. Let's go play this peep. I think that will get us a second eye here. Again, we've got pretty much one eye there. Though if black plays here, maybe this is how we get a second eye. Okay, so after much deliberation with our opponent playing here, we can live in here, but it's in Gote, and then we can potentially get surrounded, and I don't think getting surrounded is a great idea here. So I'm just going to push through, and yeah, not surprising that we get blocked here. But I didn't want black to just get the surround for free. So let's go push through here, and if black blocks, we get a lot of free Ataris. So at least we'll be able to push out. All right, so black extends here. That's fine. I think we'll go push here. Threatens the cut, and then it threatens to capture this stone, which should be enough to live here. So we can likely Tenuki after this. I'm going to do a little bit of reading just to make sure that I'm not killing myself here. But I think this will be okay. We can Atari this stone up. Does that change things? Okay, so after all that, maybe I am still just going to end up getting surrounded. But that might be okay. We did a lot of damage to the corner over here. And in playing here, if black needs to spend a move to stop this cut, then it's maybe not too bad. I don't like that this leaves Q4. But again, we did some damage to black's top left corner. So even though getting surrounded is never good, black's put a lot of stones into here. And while this happened, we were able to get a base up here. That's just fine, right? That's kind of black's prize. I kind of want to play here because I don't like the idea of black being able to attach to Q4 and then go take the outside so freely. But that might just be okay. Maybe this just isn't that big of a deal. and there's more potential in the corner here. This Atari does feel pretty good. So let's go take this Atari. I think this is our prize, right? Uh, Black went and took this corner, and so we'll just go take the other. I'm looking at B16. It feels like a pretty good shape move. So I think that's where we're going to play. We could also look at taking C12 because I feel like that's a natural direction for this group to want to move. And I don't think the cut works because we've got enough liberties over here. So maybe we'll just go and play Q or C12 rather, and kind of force Black into just an awkward crunched up shape over here. So let's upon second thought, let's do that. I like this though. I do wonder if B16 and just fully taking this corner was good. Yeah, I don't think that really works. Let's see what happens if we play B18. Then he gets the Atari for free, but I don't think that's going to matter. I don't think it's going to matter. I guess the Tuari is no good, right? If I play C18 here and he plays D19, I would never play B18. So let's just go connect. If he pushes, we can extend, and that is potentially dangerous for this group here. Yeah, I think we can just extend. I think we can just extend here. So let's do that. Black, I don't think the cut will necessarily work because if we play here, it sets up the ladder, and if Black plays here, we can Atari and escape, which will put these stones into some trouble. So let's go take the cut. I think I'm just definitely going to do some more reading here because this is a pretty big move. Yeah, I think the cut is pretty needed here. So we will do this. If Black descends or extends, I'm going to push out, and I think Black will have trouble saving both this stone and these 4 stones. So we can rely on that to help get the strength needed for these 2 stones. Or 3 stones rather, and as we get strength with this group, then a move like J18 might be enough. Okay, just going to take the ladder. This is pretty simple, I think. Pretty clean and simple way out of this. And so again, just kind of a big exchange, right? Black was able to get a big corner here, but then lost a corner that Black already had 2 stones in over here. It's a very interesting exchange-heavy game. I tend to do quite poorly with exchanges, so there's a real good chance that my opponent's just getting more out of this than I am. Worth noting, there's some Aji here with the Atari into this Atari. Okay, that seems fine. Black it really isn't getting much out of this, as where if we play a move like this, that really ramps up the potential over here. So, and I do think we want to respond to this. So let's just take our knight's move, see if we can build this up. And this is fine. Black is just looking to connect, but we're all connected. We're alive here. And so I think we are okay. We do have a peep here, which is interesting because again, we've got this Atari into this Atari. Though I think we'll run short on liberties, so I don't think that's available for us right now. So now I'm wondering, do we want to play a move like E3 to put some pressure on this stone, or if I want to go play something like R7 to help deal with this area? Because I think the next big move for Black is going to be Q4. And this move definitely is not Sente. So I think this is probably the area of most potential. Again, Black really wants to play Q4. So what's the best way to stop that? We can just do a 1-space extension. That could be enough. 2-space might have some weaknesses that I don't feel like dealing with. We could also go and approach this stone But I think I'd rather approach here. I think this is a mutual point of interest. So I'm just wondering if I want to play R7 or R6. I think I'm going to settle on R6. It feels small shape wise, but it's nice and strong. If it gives us a real simple out to Q4, and I think Black does need to respect this cut. Um, I do think Black needs to respect this cut a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and am I going to take it? Do we take this cut first? Maybe not. Maybe we just go and go press the stones over here, because then this threatens to take the base away. Yeah, let's just do that. I think this is probably bigger. We'll leave the Aji with the cut there. Again, there's a cut, the push and cut at L10, and then there's the push and cut here. Okay, so Black jumps in here. I think that's a little, potentially dangerous, but it's probably okay if we play here. I feel like this is probably the move, because then we'll just have this one awkward stone. If Black extends, we can Hane, and then we can just run this stone out, which will weaken this stone and these stones. I think I like that. I think I like that as an idea. So let's just go block the corner. Get some strength. Get some strength against this stone, and then see where things go. So Black bumps. I think extending is the way here. If Black plays here, we can just cut this off, and I think it'll be okay. We're going to extend up. This keeps these two stones separated from these two. If Black tries to play under, we can Hane then connect. And here, I think we're just fine with cutting these two stones off. I don't want to play this. Black will just get the bamboo joint. So let's go do this. It keeps the stones separated. This is fine. I don't think there are any liberty issues here. So let's go play this. That's fine. We'll extend. Black only has 2 liberties here. Okay, so the Hane underneath is pretty expected. I've done quite a bit of reading, and I think I need to take this Atari, and I suspect Black is going to let me capture it. I suspect Black will play N3. Otherwise, if Black extends, we can Atari connect. But I think all plans have to start with this move. I think Black's going to give this stone up. I think, Black potentially gets in trouble if they do not. So we will capture here. And I think we get this in Sente, which is probably enough. We don't need to save these 2 stones. It doesn't do anything other than give Black Sente, and we're certainly not in the business to give our friends free Sente. So I think there's some probably potential over here we could look at. We could potentially look at B14. B14 looks pretty big, as does something around G5, because now that Black's strong here, there could be some shenanigans here. So we could maybe even play H3 to just lean on this stone and go that way, or B14. Those are probably the 2 large moves I'm considering on this board. Yeah, B14 looks really big. B14 looks really, really big, but so does something over here. I wonder if we just take one exchange here and then play B14. Problems if we play here and he gets B14, it just feels bigger. It just feels bigger. If we play here and then he presses up here, maybe we can go do this and potentially threaten a cut here. We could do that. Yeah, let's do that. We'll play here. That way it'll turn this center into Dame, because we've got no potential in here, but Black did have potential there. Yeah, I don't know if this is really what our friend wants, because we've got some problematic moves with stuff like G13 here, or just playing F12 into here, into the cut. So this group isn't alive yet. So do we even need to respond to this move? Do we even need to respond to this move? Or there are bigger pressing things over here? Yeah, let's go poke at this. I think this is more important than down here, because Black's entire group is at risk here. So anything we do should end in Sente here, so then we can come back. And even if it's just this exchange, like that just might be enough. That might just be enough of the exchange for now. If we play the bamboo joint, that doesn't feel too bad. If we play here, is this Sente? This does not feel like Sente. This does not feel like Sente. So maybe we want to go answer whatever this is here. So this might be tricky for Black, because normally when Black plays this, G3 isn't here. So I wonder if we play here, it takes away, when Black extends, we can Hane now and not have to protect the cut. So let's go play this, and because now we can play this, and Black should be able to live, but it might not feel too great. So let's see, if we play here, what happens if we pinch? Because if we play here, Black's going to play here and threaten the double Atari. So that's not good. If we play the empty triangle, what about the pinch? Okay, I actually don't think the pinch works too well. Black can just extend. If we play here, Black will turn. So I think we're just going to block on the second line here. Just make Black live small. I think that'll be okay enough. I should probably count to see where things are at these days, to figure out what needs to be done to win this game. So let's go do some counting while Black thinks, and I'll get back to us. Okay, so I think we're actually up by a handful. So that just might be okay. Okay, so with Black playing here, it threatens the double Atari. I don't want this cut at all, because it comes with an Atari. I don't want to play this. I'm just going to connect. I'm just going to connect solidly and go from there. And then I think we can hopefully get there with endgame, as long as Black doesn't get too much in the middle here. Move like B14 really big. So the question here is this Sente? And I don't think it is. So I think we can Tenuki here. The problem is if we connect, my life and death skills are not the greatest. I don't know if B2 kills or not. If we connect here, I don't think we kill with C5. I take that back. I do think we kill if Black Tenukis this. I think B3 becomes a problem. So let's go play this with some ugly shape. But Black likely needs to play B2, and then we can continue. We can consider this endgame stuff. So a move like H5, B14, still huge, still huge. I wonder if now's the time to go take this cut, but I don't know if it actually does anything, to be perfectly honest. I really don't. I don't think F13 is particularly large. So it really comes down to is B14 bigger than something like like G7? Tough to tell. But here I think there's some mutual potential for points, and up here it's just maybe this is only like a 6-point move. It feels big. No, it's gonna be more than that, because we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe there's only like a 10-point move. Yeah, if it's only a 10-point move, then I think something like G7 is probably larger. So let's go play this. So as my opponent is thinking here, it's funny to point out that I've used 41 minutes. He's used 12. Also, I just realized K17 is really big, because it comes in Sente for us because of this Atari, the 017 Atari into the M17 Atari. So if we play here and black ignores it, we get to Atari, then connect, which feels pretty big because then that turns these cuts back on again, I think. So keeping an eye on that, still obviously keeping an eye on B14 as well as something like S8, J4. These are all the moves that are kind of bouncing around my head right now. So yeah, we'll see how the rest of it goes. But that's what I'm looking at, and as long as nothing crazy happens, I think we're in okay shape. But I know it's not even move 100 yet, so there's still a lot left in this game. But I think we are going to be moving to end game. Actually, no, there's still a lot of middle game left. I don't know who I'm kidding. There's still a lot of middle game left. Because this group isn't secure, so there's a lot of reductions there. Yeah, so an exciting one though. We'll see how it goes. He did it, guys. It's kind of annoying, but that's okay. I still think this is potentially Sente, so I think we're in okay shape if we play this. So let's go play this. I think this is fine. Worth noting, our opponent spent a good amount of time on that move. That's really the first move that he's spent an appreciable amount of time. So I think this is Sente, but maybe not now. I still think it is. So, but I really also don't think my opponent played this move planning on giving me Sente after it, because I don't think it's big enough. So I suspect he's going to play somewhere else. And look at that. He did play somewhere else. Is this move big enough? Do we care about this move? I think we do. And I think we just want to extend here, right? I think that's probably what we want to do. So let's go do that. We'll extend this way. We're still alive. We're fine here. I wasn't counting a lot of points here for us, so I think that's okay. So is the Atari Connect, is that good enough now? It might just be. Because then our peep and cut is pretty good. So I wonder if this is big enough. The Atari and Connect. Well, the first one's definitely Sente, so we'll go play this. I think it's probably big enough. And then we can go play this, and then the connection's pretty gnarly. Maybe we take this now. Do we take this peep now? I don't think it matters. Let's take this Atari, and then we'll connect. And then black will need to spend a move to connect here. So that looks reasonable. Maybe this isn't Sente. It's just one stone. Okay. So, but now we can play here, and this is Sente. Though now I wonder, is this bigger than the stone? If we play here, black connects. If we cut, black's just going to capture the stone. And if we connect here, then black's going to have to connect here. Sure. We'll go play this. We'll force black to connect. That'll be fine. And now I need to figure out, is B14 larger than a move like J4? Okay, does that matter? If we go here, let's see. Okay, I think I want to keep these two groups separated. So I'm going to attach here and do my best to keep these groups separated. Because this group isn't alive yet, and this group's cut off. Again, we've got the push and cut at M11 into L10. So I'm going to try to leverage that right now. I don't know if there's a good way to do it or not, but that's what we're going to be looking for. If black hanes, I think we need to extend, and that threatens the cut here, and then we can descend, and that threatens the cut here. So I think we're in okay enough shape. So that threatens to kill us, right? Yeah, then it's Ko for life. So let's see. Yeah, that turns it into Ko because black can take this Atari. If we play here, then it's Ko. So we might just need to play this. So let's go play this. That was a good response. That was a good response by black. I like that. I mean, he's a good player. He is a good player. I think I'm 0-2 against him. So he's definitely somebody who gives me a little bit of trouble. Okay. So now if we extend, and then if he extends, we cut. If we extend and he extends and we cut, he can throw in, we play here. He Ataris, we capture. He Ataris. Oh, but if we cut, let's see. What happens if we play here first? What happens if we play here first? Let's play here first. I like this. That takes away those throw-in shenanigans, I think. Though now black can Atari here. So let's see. We play here. I think I'm probably trying to do too much here. I think I might just be trying to do too much here. And that's an easy way to lose the game. So let's go play away. We tried. I thought there was some Aji. I think there was something there. But I think I've mishandled the situation, and we're already in BEOMI because I've been playing really slow this game. I've had trouble in the past with time management, and I did. It's been a long while since I've done a commentary on a live game like this, so I knew that was potentially going to make things a little trickier. And I've been taking my time because I do want to play well. So okay, so yeah, so black does that. That's fine. I think this is huge, no? Or B14? It's got to be B14. B14 is just so big. I'm playing it. It's just so big. It's such a big move. I know it's endgame, but we are kind of getting into endgame now. This one stone just isn't important. I already think I botched this. I don't think there was a clean way for me to capture that. And if there was, and I get 2 sensei moves out of it, that's fine by me. Okay. If we play here, I think I'm just going to extend. Though we can consider this, but then I'm just going to extend. I think that's fine. I think we are probably more than enough ahead here. Let's see if we play here. White goes there. We play here. Yeah, let's just play the hideous empty triangle. It's gross. I know it's gross, guys. I know. But I think it's fine enough for now. Because that just gets us a few more points here. Yeah, that is fine. I think we can. Is that Sente? I don't even know if that's Sente. But it's big enough. The follow-up is big enough. So let's just go. Let's go play this. And I think we're in pretty good shape here. We get the turn in Sente. That doesn't really do. I mean, it's good end game. It's good end game, but it's not. Actually, I don't know if that does anything. So let's go play here. And yeah, these 2 stones might still be dead. They still might be dead. If black plays here, we can throw in. Maybe it's just cleanest just to play J18. But black's got to watch out because if we get the throw in on this side to short the liberties. Let's see. If we play here, black's just going to connect. We play here. So let's just do this. Let's just do this because it certainly threatens the stones. So we'll play here. So we'll end up getting this in Sensei. That's fine. Forces the capture, recapture. Yeah. And if we play here, so let's take this. It's Sensei. And so that sets up the end game over here. Okay, I'm just going to take this turn. We've done enough damage up there. We'll go take this and now connect here. extend. If we extend, I think we just want to connect, or maybe just block here. Yeah, let's just block. I think, though I feel like I might get in trouble here because like this happens because like I think I'm winning, so I'm like, oh, I'm winning, so I can just play the simple moves. But if you take your foot off the gas, bad things can happen. Okay, if we play here and black plays there, we get the double Atari, so we can play this. This is fine because if black plays here, we'll get the double Atari. So okay, I'm not sure the intent of that. I guess actually, because we've got this cut here. Black's doing this just to get eye space because we have this cut now. Yeah, this really turned into a pretty cool thing. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay, that's fine. We will just go and block and get more points as black runs out. Because this is all dame. So if we get this, that's fine. Is the connection important? I'm not so sure, honestly. Black's out. Black's fine. Yeah, let's just go. Let's go commence with endgame. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're just gonna commence with endgame. So let's go do that. This is pretty large. H3 is pretty big. Let's go play H2 rather. Let's go play this. Threatens to kill these two stones, and then we will go and play maybe Q2. Or we can do J1. Does this do enough? I think so. I think so. So we'll go do this. Black can play K1 here. Chooses not to. That is fine. So that means we can push again. I think we can push again. Really reduce stuff over here. Sure. Let's do this. Black Hanes, we connect. There are throw-in shenanigans here, but we're okay. We are okay. So do we want to descend or Atari and then connect? I think Atari and connect is pretty good. So let's do that. Will Atari. Black can block here or choose to capture. Both are fine. I think both are fine for us. I will play this. Again, at any point in time, if black captures, we can just recapture. Okay, so what happens here? If we play this, and black plays there, we Atari, black Ataris, then connects. Okay. So if we play this, what happens if we play, I don't know. This honestly just all feels fine to me. This all feels fine. We'll do this. So maybe this didn't connect. I thought this connected up. So B14 was not as big as I thought. Let's go take, I don't think the Atari is Sente. I don't think the Atari is Sente. But a move like this likely is. So let's go play this. And then maybe it's time for this cut. Maybe the extension first. Yeah, let's take the extension. And then maybe we can look at the cut. I don't even think the cut's really that important. I really don't. That's fine. We just play here, right? Like, I don't think this removes any eyes. We've got an eye here. Yeah, that's fine. That almost felt like Time Suji, but my man's got 24 minutes, 25 minutes. So if we play here, definitely Sente, and we've got two liberties, so we will be fine. So let's go do this, and this is Sente. I don't think it's time for it though. Let's just go extend over here. This is turning into a really big area. It's turning into a really, really big area. Yeah, that's fine. What happens if we play here? If we do this, black Ataris, we capture black. Okay, so we'll just do this. This is fine. And we can Atari and just connect. I don't think this really does anything. So we'll just go here. That is fine. Black's got a monkey jump over here, but that's not too big of an issue. I like this Atari. We're just an endgame. So you want to know at this point in time, I'm just kind of babbling at this point in time. So I'm going to just speed this game along, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, so my opponent has resigned here, and my count was way off because I was like, I'm up by a handful of points, and by a handful of points, I meant apparently I've been up by 20 plus points for since move 100. So that's pretty awesome. This is my first win against him, so that feels pretty good. And I just realized, I apologize, I didn't have the player cards on. And so look, the player cards are on now, but a little too late. But that's okay. I'll know for next time to put that there. So I guess I've got a little bit of time. So let's go take a look at the game. So I will do a little review. And I can cheat a little bit because we've got AI up, so I'll at least know if my moves are big mistakes or not. So we all know that all this Huseki stuff is fine, and unless you make some pretty big mistakes, it's pretty much just going to say that we're even. AI does not like this move though, so I guess this cut was just a little too dangerous. Again, I did mention if black pushes here, I would expect the cut. So I guess if we wanted to stay ahead, this was safer. But I didn't want to give black some forcing moves like this. But maybe it's just not enough. So I'll have to take a look at that after. But that was a mistake. Maybe it is just as simple as push again, and just be okay with this. I guess I didn't feel okay with that. But I will have to take a look at that. So black black didn't take the cut, but it's a very similar move, though AI dings at 2.5 points, so that's fine. So all this is fine, but yeah, again, getting this in Sensei felt pretty good, and AI agrees with that. We gained just a handful of points here, but then we just throw them all away because apparently this is considered too small. So I do wonder if we needed another move up here. I don't think so. I'm comfortable with that. I almost wonder if this is what AI wanted. But again, I just don't think it's Sensei. Because if we capture, black can just descend, and it's fine, right? And so is this Tenuki bigger than black getting this? Maybe. Maybe it just is. Maybe it just is. But I still think that Tenuki is fine. I agree with ignoring this, but AI dings me for this one as well. Just a couple of points. Bigger mistakes come later in this game, but I still think this is mostly straightforward. I do like how I handled this though, and AI. It's funny. AI is pointing out this move, and I did mention that if black, I put a lot of thought into this. I was like, okay, if black jumps one more time, I think it will be important to take that Atari, and I think AI agrees here. So black captures, and then we go attach. I've been doing more of this, and I think this works out okay here. If black had extended, I think this is fine. Black needs to come back here. We can also potentially now just go and take the corner and be okay with this. So there were some options here. I was surprised to see black just ignore this and let us get this corner. Granted, yeah, we do get surrounded here, but it's really not that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Though this is apparently the largest mistake in the game that I have. AI is saying this is a 7-point mistake. So I am going to spend some time before I actually load this up into AI and see what the moves are. I am going to spend some time on this position because this was apparently a fairly large mistake. Maybe it's as simple as go and take this. But then if black just plays here, am I really gonna? No, it can't be that. It can't be that. But there's something lurking in the shadows here. But again, AI already has us up by 12 points here, and yeah, ripping this corner away from black just felt pretty good. And honestly, for the rest of the game, I felt like I was in pretty good control. And AI already has white up by 22 points here, and we pretty much hold that for the rest of the game because yeah, I felt like I was in control in this game at this point in time. So feels pretty good to start off the league with a win, especially against an opponent who has given me lots of trouble in the past. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I hope some of you are going to Congress and will come say hi. I'd love to meet you guys. And so that's where we will leave this one. So as per always, thank you guys for coming out for another ride in the struggle bus where every wheel is an empty triangle. I'll see you guys later.